Hello dear viewers, welcome to this edition of the News in English on Rwanda Television. My name is Sarah Shinhore. Let's begin with the headlines. Oman's Salam Air has begun flights to Kigali. And on the international scene, Spain's World Cup heroes have returned home to a massive celebration following their victory over Argentina. Now straight to the details. Rwanda's Chief Justice, the Honorable Domitille Mukantaganzwa, has urged participants in training on educating land and family-related cases to strengthen their capacity and sharpen their expertise in handling such cases as they continue to increase in courts across the country. And Nora Gladys with the details.
Family-related cases is reflected in the rising number of divorces. According to the data from the National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda, in 2025, 41.2% of couples granted a divorce had been married for less than 10 years. Domestic conflicts continue to be cited in court as one of the main reasons for these divorces. In addition to domestic disputes, land-related conflicts remain a major source of court cases, largely driven by disagreements over property boundaries, inheritance, and property ownership rights. Genevieve Mbrava, a judge at the Gasabo Primary Court, said that these cases continue to increase, highlighting the need to encourage litigants to make greater use of alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, including mediation. In civil litigation, the majority of cases, about 80%, are handled by the primary courts. Traditionally, we have adjudicated these cases in accordance with the land law and the family law. Starting this Monday, judges, court registrars, and legal researchers are participating in a 5-day training program focused primarily on family and land law to help improve the delivery of justice services. While officially opening the training, the President of the Supreme Court and Chairperson of the High Council of the Judiciary, Honorable Domitille Mukantaganzwa, noted that disputes related to family and land issues are among the major factors contributing to the growing number of cases received by the courts. Among the cases filed in courts over the past 3 judicial years, family-related and land-related cases were the most prevalent. Statistically, 40,272 cases were related to family matters, while 4,034 cases concerned land disputes. This shows that within civil cases, family and land-related disputes account for the largest share of cases brought before the courts. The President of the Supreme Court also stated that the training is intended to strengthen the capacity of judicial personnel and provide a platform for them to share experience in case adjudication with the goal of delivering timely and high-quality justice. According to data from the judiciary over the past 3 years, more than 40,000 family-related cases and over 4,000 land-related cases have been filed in various courts across the country.
Economists and traders alike note that Rwanda's continued expansion of international air connections is strengthening trade and investment by making it easier for businesses to access regional and global markets. William Evans Mutawazi with more.
More than 6 months after Rwanda and Oman signed 4 bilateral cooperation agreements, including one on air transport, the partnership is beginning to take shape. This Tuesday, Salam Air will launch its inaugural service between Muscat and Kigali, becoming the latest international airline to operate scheduled flights to Rwanda. Importers and exporters say this additional route will improve business connectivity and facilitate the movement of goods and people between Rwanda and the Middle East. We welcome this launch with open arms because we need more partners from the Middle East countries. This will help us cooperate more with people from Oman and others that will be news too from Emirates, which is now being joined by Oman.
It's a unique opportunity which brings us to work very hard and to take advantage of it. It's not something that we should take for granted. The competition is too high. It's very, very, very high, but we need really to take that advantage. when people are smart enough to understand what are the requirements to access that market, this is a very right time to take advantage of it, because it's the very largest market, audience that we can sell. So having this opportunity, I think it's a unique opportunity to work and to access that market.
Salam Air will operate 2 weekly flights on Tuesdays and Thursdays, joining a growing list of airlines serving Kigali, including Rwanda Air, Ethiopian Airlines, Kenyan Airways, Qatar Airways, Turkish Airlines, Brussels Airlines, KLM, and Egypt Air. Economist and investor Dennis Carrera says that Rwanda's continued investment in aviation infrastructure is yielding economic dividends by enhancing the country's connectivity and competitiveness. Where we are heading is a good direction. We all know that in Bugesera, a new airport project of international standards is underway. When such infrastructure is in place, the next thing is operations of several airlines and planes that will be landing here, and they don't come empty. Frequent travelers and business operators say that Rwanda's aviation sector has made significant progress, but they would like to see more direct routes added to further support tourism, trade, and investment.
Rwanda market is growing, especially in summer season. It is difficult to find seats on the flights. It is every year it is growing, and mostly in summer season you are having too many conferences in the country. It is really difficult to get seats for all airlines in summer. Very high demand in summer, and because of the conference and tourists.
Economist Francois Kanimba says that Rwanda's strategy of expanding international air links reflects long-term planning aimed at positioning the country as a regional hub for commerce and investment. In general, when you observe Rwanda's efforts to penetrate international markets through our democracy, we are making good progress. The president plays a key role in this. He is the kind of leader who has built a strong reputation world over, making him to be recognized as a visionary leader. This makes it easy for Rwanda to have cooperation agreements with other countries. Beyond the growing number of international airlines serving Kigali, Rwanda Air continues to expand its own network, operating flights to destinations across Africa, Europe, and the Middle East, including United Kingdom, France, Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Zambia, Tanzania, with plans to add more destinations in the future. William Evans, RwandaTV News.
American philanthropist Bill Gates, who is on a working visit here in Rwanda, has visited the Kigali Genocide Memorial at Gisozi, where he paid tribute to the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi and laid a wreath at the mass graves there. He was briefed on Rwanda's history before, during, and after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. He was also taken through the country's post-genocide journey, which has focused on unity and reconciliation, healing and rebuilding the nation. Minister Dr. Sabe Sanzimana also accompanied Bill Gates to Murire sector to meet community health workers, visit the Murire Health Center, and tour TKMD syringe manufacturing, showcasing how partnerships are transforming healthcare here in Rwanda. Community health workers are the backbone of Rwanda's health system. Across the country, 58,298 community health workers work in teams of 4 per cell, covering every 60 households to deliver vital doorstep healthcare. Their early interventions prevent disease progression, save young lives, and keep health centers from overflowing. In Murire alone, community health workers provided up to 65% of malaria screenings and up to 82% of malaria treatments over the last 6 months, care that would otherwise have overwhelmed formal facilities. They heard directly from those workers about about what the role demands and how it is evolving. To empower them further, the Ministry of Health is rolling out community electronic medical records. By digitalizing record keeping, the system will reduce paperwork and yield real-time data for rapid responses. The visit also highlighted how targeted investments build long-term institutional resilience. Now, the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources says the government of Rwanda is looking to capitalize on the global seed market valued at more than $85 billion, in which Africa currently accounts for only 2.2%. And Nora Gladys with more.
Adopted improved seed varieties say they have experienced increased agricultural productivity. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources notes that for more than 4 years, Rwanda has been producing domestically all the seeds it needs for major food crops such as maize, soybeans, wheat, and others. At the third Rwanda National Seeds Congress, a two-day conference focused on the development of the seed sector, participants noted that the global seed market is worth $85 billion annually, while Africa's share remains only 2.2%. Dr. Patrick Karangwa, the Director General in charge of agricultural modernization at the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources, said Rwanda is improving the requirements needed to enter this market, including revising the relevant legislation to enable the country to compete more effectively in the international seed trade. By the end of this year, we expect to have finalized all the necessary legal and regulatory frameworks required to compete internationally. Our focus is no longer only on producing seeds for the domestic market. Having achieved national self-sufficiency, we now aim to become a significant player in the global seed market. This will strengthen the country's economy while enabling our entrepreneurs and investors in the agricultural sector to increase their profits and create more employment opportunities. Data from the Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resources Development Board show that until 2020, Rwanda imported 4,800 tons of maize, wheat, and soybean seeds at an annual cost of approximately 6 billion Rwandan francs. Today, the country has reached a stage where all of these previously imported seeds are produced domestically, with an addition more than 1,200 tons produced beyond national demand.
The Rwanda Water Resources Board says compensation payments for land acquired for the Muvumba multi-purpose dam project have reached 73%, assuring those who have not yet been compensated that they will receive their payments before the end of this year. To date, more than 2,000 households affected by the project have yet to receive compensation. The executive chairperson that is, of the Rwanda Water Resources Board, Engineer Richard Nyirishema, says funding for compensation has now been secured and that those who meet the eligibility requirements will receive their payments soon.
We have started expropriation since 2021, but as you know, it's a process. We have encountered some issues related to titles of land titles and some issues of people who are not available here because we are very close to Uganda, and sometimes we need those people to come and sign and they are not available. But we are working closely with the district and the local authorities to mobilize the community here so that they comply with what is required so that we can pay. As for now, we don't have any issues related to funds that will be used for the expropriation of the population. First, we got the help from the government, but also the FDB has accepted to cover the remaining expropriation fees, which are already committed for both the dam, the remaining work of the dam, and for the upcoming irrigation projects.
Now, pardon me for an apparent mix-up on that, but we'll go back a bit to the graduates of the University of Technology and Arts of Byumba, who have been urged to serve their country and deliver high-quality services that address the challenges facing Rwandans. The call was made during the university's 15th graduation ceremony, with 1,474 students being awarded degrees. The graduation ceremony marks UTAB's 20th anniversary and was preceded by the laying of the foundation stone of a new academic building that will accommodate students beginning postgraduate studies in September this year. The Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Byumba stated that the new facility is expected to contribute to improving the quality of education provided at the facility. Several graduates were also recognized for their outstanding academic performance. Among them was a father who pursued his studies while raising a family with his wife and 3 children who attended the university alongside his firstborn child. The governor of the Northern Province has reminded those present that the government of Rwanda has high expectations for university graduates, urging them to drive excellence in service delivery and develop solutions to the challenges affecting people's livelihoods. His remarks were echoed by Dr. Theonest Ndikubwimana, the head of the General Higher Education Quality Standards that's a department at the Higher Education Council. UTAB was established back in 2006 as the Institute of Agriculture and Technology of Jumba before changing its name to reflect the international standard of education it now provides. The university currently has more than 13,000 students and also operates a faculty of education in Gatsibo district. The residents from different walks of life say that they are pleased with the ongoing redevelopment of Musanze, noting that it is improving access to development opportunities while making the town much more attractive. Enora Gladys with more.
The Musanze City Redevelopment Project is currently about 10% complete. It began in February 2026 and is expected to be completed by 2029, focusing mainly on the Mateus area in central Musanze. This was explained by Theonas Tugiengwanayu, chairperson of the Musanze City Redevelopment Committee.
The third phase of Musanze City redevelopment is progressing well. We started it in February this year and expect to complete it by 2029. By then, more than 40 multi-storied buildings will have been completed. We also expect the new Musanze bus terminal to be finished as part of this phase. In addition, similar development projects are planned for satellite centers surrounding the city.
The redevelopment is widely welcomed by people from different backgrounds who say it is creating more opportunities that improve residents' livelihoods while also enhancing the city's appearance. For us as business people, this is a major advantage. About 5 years ago, it was difficult to find decent business premises. Today, anyone opening a business can find a clean, well-maintained and suitable place to operate, which also enhances the image and credibility of their business. Musanze district says this development will go hand in hand with improved cleanliness and increased investment, as explained by Claudien Nsengimana, the mayor of Musanze district.
Icyambere nuko ni Musanze ikeye.
Our priority is to make Musanze a clean city that is attractive for tourism and investment. That is what we are currently focusing on. In terms of investment, we are developing the industrial park. During this financial year, 6 kilometers of roads will be constructed there, and electricity infrastructure will also be installed to make it easier for investors. We are also continuing the redevelopment of Musanze City through Phase 3. By 2029, we expect to have completed about 47 multi-storied buildings.
The first phase of the Musanze City redevelopment focused mainly on buildings located along the Kigali-Musanze-Rubavu paved highway. The second and third phases have expanded the redevelopment further into the city center. The first phase, completed in 2022, saw the construction of more than 30 multi-story buildings, while the second phase, completed in 2025, added 26 multi-story buildings.
The time to join us for this edition. Until next time, my name is Sergeant Hore. Goodbye.